Finally a good use for that stupid thing. You kick your shoes off?
Oh. No, no kicking shoes off.
Okay.
Not yet.
I think we're unmuted, so be careful. Okay, so it says that, right? I think this kicks in live by itself.
Oh, it just sort of goes live?
Yes, before you had to hit something.
I think it takes a minute for people to get into the chat, though.
It do. And they're excellent connection. So where are we at? There we are.
It takes a minute. Let it load.
Because we're doing Ethernet, so it might be a little... Come on, baby. Drive me crazy.
You closed out the Facebook stuff?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really taking a minute. Wow.
Here, I'll put the Wi-Fi off on mine so it doesn't, keep
Should not matter. Wow.
See if that helps any. It's like one
there
less
it goes.
device.
It's like kicked in.
Yeah.
The master does not approve of such devices. Hi-oh!
Hey guys! We're on the YouTubes.
We're on the YouTube, and I got pants on. Sorry.
And Grimm is wearing pants.
Sorry to disappoint everybody,
but I'm wearing
and
leggings.
you don't. So
I'm not wearing pants.
All is right in the world.
I have a skirt on.
Error.
Error. What happened?
Maybe we should do.
Are you on Chrome?
No. Safari.
YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Hey guys, let us know if you can hear us and see us.
Open widget. What's that mean?
We got a weird message from YouTube.
Error is poor. So it says that we're. Can you hear us out there?
Check the comments. You moved the screen. I can't see.
Manos on deck.
Oh, okay. I can't read it from that far away.
Yeah, we're getting.
So you'll have to read the comments.
We're getting images from or messages from YouTube that says.
Well,
hey guys.
As long as they can still see us, then it should be fine.
Yeah, don't pay attention to that. Error. You choose. I don't know.
Well, I think we're okay if they say it's running fine.
Torgo doesn't approve, but he doesn't like anything. So.
Yeah, Torgo doesn't like anything, and he lost his hand. It's going to Christopher, who won our drawing on the Facebook show.
Connie Cleary says we're fine. So if Cleary hears us clearly, you know that's a bona fide signal.
Then we should be good. Cool.
Catherine Marketan, even better. Coming out
Awesome.
loud and clear. I mean, we got clarification.
Very
Howdy
good.
do, Randy Hessel. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Randy.
J Moose Gorilla says, "Hey Jenna, hey Grill, I finally made it here."
Hey, James.
Welcome to the hangover, James.
Looks like there's a lot of people creeping into the chat here.
So what's cray is that we have our technical stuff on our side that shows us that we get little alert messages that say we don't have enough video to do a right stream. So that's why we ask you how we're looking, how we're sounding. Okay?
And yeah, in case if we were needing to reboot
adjust
this
something
or adjust something. Yeah. Very cool.
C Watt says we're fine. Christopher Watt says we're fine now. Is that our winner tonight? I think.
Yeah,
it is.
he's the one that won.
He's got
so congrats, Chris. We'll mail that out.
Where is he out of? Is he a UK guy? He's got the.
He's got the Union Jack.
Union Jack. On
you know what? That might be one of our fans from the UK. I
think he just.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll ship it internationally.
That's UK.
Yeah.
Okay, UK.
Yeah. So, that can go to the UK. That's okay.
Hey, we're with you. We know stuff's kind of getting crazy over there in the UK with what's going on, and
things are way crazy.
Our hearts out to everybody, of course, worldwide.
Well, there's a lot going on around the world in 2020. A lot of crazy
Bobby
stuff.
James, Dave Booth. Everyone says good, loud and clear. So it's
very cool. All right, so let's introduce ourselves for anyone just randomly stumbling upon our show.
Hi, I'm Alfred E. Newman. No, I'm Grimm Gorri.
I'm Janet Decay.
And together we host this show, The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangover.
The Hairy Scary Hangout on Facebook.
Yes, but
on our Facebook fan page, The Mummy and the Monkey. But right now you're watching our YouTube after party.
Yes.
The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangover.
And depending what you ate or drank tonight, maybe it's the after shardy.
Oh.
You never know. But just saying.
Maybe too much Torgo Bell.
Yeah, that's how we. So this show's a little looser than our Facebook show,
and
but just a little bit.
It's more chill,
It's a little relaxed fit, like the jeans.
Less structured.
Like when you buy jeans, you have the regular fit. This show is more. The Facebook show's regular fit. The Hangover's a relaxed fit.
The relaxed fit mom jeans.
Yeah, you get a little more elastic in the waist, with this show. So just saying, make a comparison.
And you guys can ask us anything throughout the show too.
Well, pretty much anything.
Almost anything. We do have some topics we could talk about.
Yeah, you can
because I
ask
usually
Sarah.
try to come up with like some topics. We had
Let me answer one question. 8
What?
inches. If they're gonna ask, that's the longest ruler that I have. It's just an 8-inch ruler. That's it.
Okay.
Because people ask that question all the time. Like, Grim, what's the longest ruler you have? And I say 8 inches. I can't, I'm just saying.
Okay, Grim.
I haven't bought one that's bigger than that.
Well, good for you.
Just saying.
Okay. All right. So I don't even know what to say to that. We've had people ask us.
Yeah.
We've had people ask us. Are you done talking?
Never.
We've had
Really? You're going to ask me that question?
We've had people ask us about our podcast, Living the Scream,
Yes.
behind the scenes of The Mummy and the Monkey. And a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, we were putting this together as an audio-only file, and we were sending it to our friend Dino, who he hosts the Late Late Horror Show on YouTube, and then he also has his own iTunes. Yeah, so they are still on iTunes, and we had people ask if we were going to bring the podcast back.
We'll bring the podcast back. Yeah.
So I think if we were to do it, we'd probably just put it on YouTube as just like a little talk show behind the scenes. And I was thinking of maybe us doing that on a regular basis instead of doing like the behind the scenes eBay videos.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Seriously, though?
80s horror fan, thank you.
Come on, man. Thank
That's
you,
really
80s.
sweet.
It's very, very nice.
Thanks
for the super chat.
What was it? What's it saying?
When was the last time you had BurgerCon? Not that long ago. I actually got something from there, and I got the Whopper. The Whopper, not the Whopper Junior. I didn't cheap out. I got the Whopper.
He ordered the Whopper.
I got the meal deal, and boy, was that good. You know what? I am upset though. They got rid of the onion rings, because can I tell the honest story?
Do they still have veggie burgers there?
I don't know.
They used to make veggie burgers, and those tasted pretty good. Actually,
a lot of fast food places, McDonald's, everybody, they've kind of like abbreviated their menu because of the COVID thing. They want their menu to be very quick to order from. So
yeah.
A lot of them got rid of, for whatever reason, Burger King and McDonald's specifically got rid of their grilled chicken selections.
Yeah, and I used to sometimes I would order the grilled chicken, and a lot of those places don't have it anymore.
But to be completely candid, and it's like a TMI story, but Burger King recently got rid of their onion rings. Right?
They don't have onion rings anymore?
They don't. They got rid of them a few months ago.
I thought they were world famous for onion rings.
Do you want to tell me? You know why? Why I love them, and I'm just going to be honest here. I love them because I knew that when I ate them real late at night, when I would order them after a fun night, the next morning when I would release them, it would smell just like the things I ate.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Now the whole world knows why you like onion rings.
And now I won't have that experience anymore. But it has to be. It was only Burger King onion rings that did that. That's it.
Jeez.
Just saying. And there's, the more you know, right?
The more you know. Okay, so, all right, moving forward.
Anyway, so what we got going on here tonight?
So I don't know what day we could do.
Yeah, John Wise says Taco Bell, and you know that is killing their menu. They're getting rid of a lot of their chicken.
They're getting rid of a lot of their chicken, and I like their chicken's okay, but usually I just order beans instead.
Look, they're getting rid of the Mexican pizza and the quesadilla.
Oh,
how could you get?
A lot of people like the quesadilla.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
How could you be any kind of Mexican or
and they got rid of their salsa.
Yeah, well, they got rid of that a while ago. Pico de Gallo, they got rid of a while back.
They got rid of Pico de Gallo and salsa. You can't have chips and salsa there anymore.
I don't know, right?
It's this weird, imitation cheese sauce that they have instead. It's like they're making everything even cheaper.
What I haven't heard anything about is Arby's or this turned into fast food.
I know, food talk again.
Yeah, Arby's, Checkers, Rallies. Is Sonic pulling it? I don't like Sonic that much, but
Sonic?
That's my.
There's not many of those around.
Yeah, but they are around.
Hardee's, are they still around?
Hardee's is definitely around.
Yikes.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Well, they were. But anyway, so what are we going to talk about tonight? Let's just chicken shortage, please. Chicken or just out of chicken? No chicken or just out of chicken?
Anyways, so Living the Scream podcast.
Yes.
Should we bring it back, and should we bring it back to YouTube?
Or
and then maybe do that instead of some of the behind-the-scenes reseller videos we were putting together. Maybe do more of a blended thing where we talk a little bit about both and talk about updates.
We had a great time
We had some people ask if we were going to make more podcasts.
Yes, we had a great time. How many episodes did we do of the podcast?
I think almost 20.
Yeah,
It was like 2-3 years ago, and it's on Horror Town on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and I got to, it evolved into us doing our show, and then in the middle I would put like some public domain sort of like, horror records, like the scary stories.
You would add little sound effects and
well,
things.
in between our break, we did an hour show, but in between the half hour into the next hour, I put like a little record that had like a scary story type of thing off of YouTube.
Yeah, those are neat.
It was kind of fun to make it more horror like, but we haven't done it in a while, so I could do it, but.
What are the comments? I can't see them from here.
James Wimmer, Hairy Scary Sleepover, more adult format. Woo.
Whoa!
Wow, I like that. You know what?
That's
That
funny.
could happen,
You never know what could happen, so.
That's the beauty of the internet, right? Because you can totally, until you get told you can't, or you get kicked off or put in jail, whatever, Facebook or YouTube jail, you can kind of push the limit until it goes there, the way TV used to be, and radio.
Yeah, definitely. Kate, can I have a sip of, my cup here's empty.
Yeah.
Can I have a sip of something?
Please do.
Thank you.
My old man, yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so, we're still thinking about the podcast thing, if we can do that. We might not do that till after Halloween, because we do have some radio appearances and other podcast appearances coming up in October. And then the possibility of another big project.
Yes.
So, the big project we can't talk about, because we're still trying to figure things out. And
so one thing, interesting thing
what?
about Chris Watts says, Cliff Carr says YouTube seems to function better as far as the streaming goes.
Oh, that's good
now,
to hear.
The thing, we would love to do YouTube exclusively because we understand that about YouTube, right? They have They have a lot of bugs worked out.
We would love to be able to play movies live streaming on YouTube.
That would be the only caveat, is we probably couldn't do any movies.
We can't, because with YouTube, there's other YouTubers that claim they own Manos, the Hands of Fate, or Night of the Living Dead,
or a piece of music in that movie,
or 20 seconds of a song, and
it's frustrating.
It's really frustrating with YouTube.
And it wouldn't be fair to you all out there,
and we don't hate YouTube. We just hate that aspect of it.
Right. Oh, you are right, Patrick. You are right. Runneth over and then some. All right. Albert wants to know what's tonight's topic. What's today's topic?
So we have multiple topics. We were talking about podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing I was thinking of.
What's the main topic, though?
Oh, the main topic? Our favorite terrible movies.
Yeah.
Because we played one of the worst movies ever on our Facebook page, Manos, the Hands of Fate.
80s horror fan is on a roll.
Thank you, 80s horror fan. Wow, thank you for the super chat.
Is the big Project Grimm cameo in Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, you know what?
You figured it out.
That would be cool. Unless I jump up in front of the screen at one of the viewings of it. The screenings, it's not going to happen. But, no, there's something in the works.
Yeah, maybe something in the works.
That we're very close to revealing.
We're
announcing.
Yeah, we have to wait until some things are cleared up.
I would say within the next week we probably have some clarification.
To see how, what's going on there.
Yeah, it could be very interesting, but we'll see.
But what's cool is we do have that radio spot on 88.3 FM. WBWC, October 25th, will be part of the golden age of rock and roll with Commander Greg, his Halloween show, and he plays 50s and 1960s Halloween novelty records.
Now, we've done this cat
every year for Halloween.
We've done this cat show for the past 3 years, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're really happy that he brings us on every year to do the Halloween show.
And the Commander digs deep. He finds, like, all these novelty horror... trust me. They're like horror and scary and Halloween type
more
novelty
than just
records
Monster Mash.
You've never even heard before.
So many different odd songs that were on these little 45 records back in the day, and he has all this stuff he digs up.
Albert can smell my burp from where he is.
Oh jeez.
Light some more logs, Albert. It'll go away. Trust me.
He must be watching us in smell-o-vision.
Don't read C. Watt's thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't read it from this far anyway.
I meant that as a joke. He goes, "Is there a Mummy and the Monkey comic?" because you're just going to beat me to
That's
death.
a sour subject because Grimm has been talking about putting together a comic book for like 3 years now.
So Dino chimed in too. He goes, Dino says, "Living the Scream on iTunes, woohoo, woohoo,
woohoo!"
And look who's here, Naoko.
Hi, Naoko.
Hope everything's well with you, sweetie. You know, we know you're going through some tough times right now.
We hope things are getting better for you, Miss Naoko.
And we're thinking about you and a lot of people. You have your own fans. So
over
you know
there, it's probably Saturday night.
Yeah.
They're like a day ahead of us in Japan.
But we're thinking about you. That's right.
Yeah.
And all her fans are chiming in now.
Aww.
That's great.
Awesome.
That's a great thing about this sort of a hangout thing, right? Albert.
Whoa.
We're seriously doing...
Albert, you don't have to do that, dude. Oh, thank you.
We say that one stank. Sorry. Well, maybe he's chipping in so I can buy some mouse spray or something.
Well, and you're gonna laugh, Albert, because last year he won one of our contests, one of our prize drawings. I still have it here. Here at the crypt, here at the cemetery.
Albert,
we need to give him his prizes. So.
Albert, so send us your return address. You know, we could send something.
Well, he's local. We might be able to drop it off to him.
Okay, and we need your T-shirt side as well.
Yeah, we'll hook you up with
something special.
Yeah,
I think I think we'll have one that will hook him up. Yeah, something that'll fit him. All right, so yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. So we've almost done 100. We're talking about the worst movies, right? We're going to keep track
so the worst, our favorite terrible movies, because we just played episode 98 on our Facebook page, and the movie was Manos, The Hands of Fate. Okay. Many people have pretty much made it like that's the official, when you think of the worst movie ever made, usually it's that one.
Right.
But there's lots of other really bad movies, but I think that there's some really bad movies that are still fun to watch. They're still endearing. They still have some heart.
Lofty Moose says, hit that like button. Thank you, Lofty.
Yeah, thank you, Lofty. Hit the like button, guys, and click subscribe and the little bell next to subscribe. So that way when we go live, you'll get a notification.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you know what? And so, like, movies like Manos, The Hand of Fate. Okay, so it's not the best movie in the world, but someone took the time to put it together. Mm-hmm. They shot it. They produced it. They even if they overdubbed it between them and a friend.
Well, I guess the audio was lost. Something with the audio being destroyed, and they had like 2 people dub over all the audio. Is that what it was?
No, that was Beast of Yucca Flats.
Oh, that was Beast of Yucca Flats. Okay.
But Manos, they shot it with a camera that didn't have sound.
Oh.
Right. So they
shot everything with no
and
sound.
It can only shoot 30 seconds at a time.
Oh my gosh.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're doing anything. 30 seconds is a lot of time to film.
Can you imagine, like, every 30 seconds they'd have to, like, stop
change the cartridge,
change the film out or whatever they had to do with the camera.
And then when they edited it, they did all the dubbing themselves.
No wonder why that movie's so terrible.
Well, but there you go.
But wow, they really...
But is there any, in your mind, are there any other worse movies than Manos?
Yes, actually.
Like what? Name one.
The Room. Oh. The Room is terrible, but it's terrible in a fun way.
I don't know.
It's really terrible. The Room isn't a horror film. It came out maybe
in the...
What year did that come out? Like early 2000s?
Yeah.
By this, I think he's French, Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau. And he wanted to put together his own, like, romantic drama movie. And it's so bad. It's become like the next Rocky Horror Picture Show, where people would go to theaters and watch this, and they would act out some of the scenes. They would throw spoons, because in the movie there's like a picture that's framed with like a spoon on it. And people just get all crazy with that movie. It has a cult following because it's terrible.
I think this is a point of contention to anyone that talks about bad B movies or bad movies in general, is if Plan 9 from Outer Space qualifies for the worst movie ever made.
Plan 9, no. Definitely not
Manos
Plan 9.
Is definitely worse than
Plan 9 is not the worst. Manos is way worse. Beast of Yucca Flats is really bad too.
And I would say I would wager to say, if you are like a Tim Burton fan, if there were no if there were no Plan 9 or any of Ed Wood's movies, you would probably not have Tim Burton the way you know Tim Burton. If you like Tim Burton, I'm just saying. So it's I look at a lot of stuff like that. Like Man of Santa Face, trust me, no one's seen this movie. No one was inspired by this movie. No way. There's no
They're
friggin'
inspired
way.
to make fun of it.
But something like Plan 9, which was like a part of Ed Wood's whole filmography, Glen or Glenda, Plan 9, Bride of the
Monster.
Of the Monster.
Yeah.
These movies, his intent was to make a movie, and he thought he was making a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
he put a lot of heart and soul into those movies.
He really believed
so
in
did so did the actors. I mean,
and he got Bela Lugosi to be in most of the movies he ever made.
Yeah, Bela. Yeah, right up until he died.
So Bela saw something in it. So I mean, but the point is that there are definitely worse movies, way worse.
Bela had some issues
both
towards the end.
Story technically. I mean, Plan 9 is a technical nightmare. It is really, really bad. It's so flawed in that way.
But the dialogue is so cheesy. It's so corny.
And it's one of those movies I think you can watch, bad movies you can watch without any sort of riffing or sound effects added.
It's like, to me, it's perfect on its own, just being terrible.
Yeah. When you see the strings holding the UFOs up, I think that is hilarious.
The shower curtain that's supposed to be like the airplane thing,
well,
like
when
the pilots.
When they're in the cockpit.
Yeah, the pilots are there, and there's like a shower curtain behind them.
Between the shower curtain and the bad steering that they have, it's like a piece of wood with it's really
the fake steering wheel.
Really, really bad. Right?
And the outer space people with like their velour spandex costumes.
Oh, and they're acting all of it, but it's not as bad as Plan 9, not so bad as BC Yucca Flats, not as bad as Manos, and there's other movies too. The Room, I think that's up there with Plan 9 in my.
The Room is.
It's so visually horrible.
It's so terrible, but the dialogue is hilarious. The acting's so bad.
But it's way better than BC Yucca.
But the guy, so that Tommy Wiseau that made that movie, he again, it's one of those things
he believed
where
in what he was doing.
He really believed in what he was doing, put his heart and soul into it. It ended up being terrible, but it has such a cult following. People love it anyway.
So off the beaten path that a lot of people, I've never heard. I mean,
We've got another super chat.
Oh, Dino, thank you.
Dino, thank you. The Late Horse Show. Wow, much appreciated, but you don't have to do that.
So we're big fans of all as many horror hosts and movie hosts as we can, gather up.
Yeah. But he put out his movies there. Let's read that real quick, and then you guys, if you haven't checked out his YouTube, subscribe to his YouTube.
So
so he likes.
These are great, enjoyable, terrible movies. Yeah. They're not bad movies.
Those are fun, bad movies.
Yeah, Munchies, Street Trash, Trauma. Yeah, that's good. Hobgoblins,
also known as Troll, right?
Video Dead. No. Hobgoblin.
Oh, is that a separate
Troll.
one?
Yeah, no, not
I
at
thought
all.
one of the trolls they were gonna name Hobgoblin. or something.
No. There's two parts of Hobgoblins, and they're both really funny and bad. Video Dead. I don't remember that either.
Frankenhooker.
That's a classic.
Oh, that movie's really funny.
Yeah, but those aren't terrible movies, though.
No, those are like.
Enjoyable bad movies.
Those are enjoyable bad movies.
We're trying to dig deep and find the worst ones.
Like the really crappy movies.
I was going to say, I can't remember what I was going to say. You cut me off.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's all right. I'll think of. I know. So, with the advent of the iPhone and any kind of phone that can do camera work, right? Mm-hmm. There was a movie that we both love that we did not know about until we were introduced to it by Riff Tracks, which is an offshoot of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes.
The one, the only, Birdemic.
Birdemic!
Now,
yeah, I think I had it on my list here.
Yeah, Birdemic, right?
Birdemic. That is terrible.
I had never heard of this movie.
Oh my god.
Until I started watching some of the Riff Track stuff that they were putting out live.
Yeah.
Where they would riff a movie live in a theater and simulcast it.
There's these killer birds that are attacking
It was made by a filmmaker named James Wen, who was a guy in he was like a business guy who dealt with stocks and some kind of green type of technology company who wanted to make a movie. Again, these guys, the guy who made Manos, I think was a car salesman.
Yeah, like people that don't know anything about movie making, and then try their hand at it.
A camera and a dream, right?
Right.
So James
Just
Wen,
like us, Grimm, a camera and a dream.
That's right, no different. Except hopefully people like us and more than don't, okay?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so James Wen made two movies. We have Birdemic 2, which was even... I mean, can you make a worse movie? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Birdemic
They were both really terrible.
Yeah. Birdemic, the first Birdemic was riff by riff tracks on their channel and stuff like that.
It's way better with the riffing.
Yeah, it's hard to watch without it. Yeah, but it's really that.
And the effects for the birds, like I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
The birds just kind of
float,
and they don't even fly. They just kind of hover.
Seagulls don't hover.
They're like these killer birds, and they just hover.
I think they were seagulls or something.
It's really weird.
It was a ripoff of the Hitchcock Birds thing, right? Obviously, yeah.
Inspired by.
Yeah, but if you watch Hitchcock's Birds, you're like sitting there going, "Oh my god," and you watch Birdemic,
and you go, "Oh my god, this movie's
oh my god,"
awful.
in a different way. But it's just as entertaining though.
Let's read more comments. There's a lot of people commenting. You guys are awesome.
Well, okay, so Chris Watts says The Legend of Boggy Creek. The first Legend of Boggy Creek I did not like. It's very boring and very, it's like a documentary.
Parts of it I think were...
Boggy Creek 2 is, I think, more entertaining, especially if you watch the riff track, or the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of it.
Did I watch that one with you? I don't remember.
You gotta tell me. I watched it ad nauseum.
I watched it
I can quote, it's like scripture for some people, I could quote that. Like when I'm watching Boggy Creek 2, I can riff track stuff, or Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, we're big Mystery Science Theater fans, and he loves that stuff.
I eat it up like candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Birdemic is crazy. If you've never seen this movie, do yourself a favor and hunt it down and find it. Whether it's
if you're a glutton for punishment.
Whether it's riffed or not, you will not believe what you're seeing. It's because it's modern. You know?
Yeah, it's like maybe came out in like 03
and
04.
The funny thing is they're trying to like choke down an environmental thing down your throat, right? About the red bark beetles.
Well, wasn't it the birds like were getting revenge because of something with the environment?
Yeah.
The pollution or something.
So they would kill you by just like slashing your throat by
like
flying
one claw would touch you, and I guess it would kill you. Like the scenes were just.
It's unbelievable.
So weird.
It's hard to explain, but you have to see it. And
you can't unsee Birdemic. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get more with the the audience here. So,
okay.
Man with the X-ray eyes, Bobby. That was a good movie. It's Ray Milland. That's not a bad movie, right?
Revenge of the what?
Spaceman.
What's that say?
The pinta is. The pinata. What's that?
I don't know that one.
Some of the birds were upside down.
Attack of the Killer Donuts. Is that what that says?
There's so many movies out there. I have to look that one up.
Wasn't there a movie about a killer tire? It was
it was called Tire, I believe.
Was it called Tire or something? But yeah, weird.
Johnny told me about a movie called Uncle Peckerhead. We have to look that one up. I know.
Yikes.
It sounds weird, but.
Yikes.
Toxic Avenger is a good movie.
Toxic Avenger is really fun.
Compared to the other things, not that bad.
Yeah, there are some indie movies, especially that are trauma related, that even though they're low budget and they're cheesy and they're kind of bad, they're also very enjoyable and entertaining. So there's also
it's called Rubber. That's the name
Rubber.
of it.
Okay.
I want to see it. I've heard all good things about that movie.
Oh gosh.
We have to dig that one up.
So we talked about The Room, we talked about Birdemic, Plan 9, Glenn or Glenda.
Hey, Dave Booth brought up Blood Diner. That movie is so messed up and good.
That is such a messed up movie.
Don't look past that movie.
I actually liked it, but then hated some of it because it was
really graphic.
It's really graphic, and some of the scenes, I'm like...
It was gory.
I looked away, I'm like, ew.
Because it was in the height of the gore era.
Yeah.
Like in the late 80s, right?
Was that 70s or 80s?
No, Blood Diner was in the 80s.
Are you sure?
A film. Remember, she was interviewed on Creature Features.
Oh,
the director.
That was 80s.
I think it was late 80s.
I think so.
But it was like at the height when people wanted to see all the the blood and the bones and all that kind of stuff.
Well, and Blood Diner was I'm trying to remember her name now. But she actually a female directed that movie.
Yeah, believe it.
And she went on to direct, I think, a few other horror films.
It's a crazy movie. It starts out real slow. It's like the Dahmer brothers, right? They open up a diner and they basically kill people and serve them to people.
Yeah.
And it's really it's not that disturbing. It's like a black comedy, right? Like a dark comedy. Mm-hmm. It's not like serious. It's good though.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Microwave Massacre. But you know what? But that falls in that whole thing when some new technology comes along, then it's a murder weapon. When microwaving was real popular, someone came up with Microwave Massacre.
Can you hand me one of those?
What? These?
Yeah, something to sip on.
There's nothing in that one. There's something in that one.
Okay, thank you.
How about that? Patrick Lord. Oh. Now that movie, Patrick Lord brings up one of my favorite movies in the world, For Your Height Only, with Wang Wang.
Oh.
That is now that's a Filipino.
He's that Filipino little person.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like I can't think of the name of the dwarfism he has.
I think the correct term would be little person, right?
Even beyond that, he's even smaller than.
Even smaller.
He was only 2 feet tall.
2 feet tall.
I'm trying to think of there's a certain condition he had, but he was in a couple of movies. The Impossible Kid, which was a sequel to. If you didn't know that, look up The Impossible Kid. Laying some science on you, baby. Yeah, that was a sequel to For Your Height Only, and it was a James Bond takeoff, but it was a little person. Little person named Wang Wang from the Philippines, and he was a secret agent, and he had like all these like little gadgets and stuff like that. But it's a really interesting movie. It's James Bondy, but it's like a little guy doing.
Yeah, like he's the hero, like doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Layla Hershro says The Freaks is a messed up movie.
Freaks, the original one from the 30s.
The only one that they never remade that movie, I don't think. Except for American Horror Story.
Yeah, I thought of American Horror Story a little bit too. They did like their own take on it, like a tip of the hat.
But Freaks is a really messed up movie. And
that is a very messed up film, and it
was made decades ago.
I really like that movie.
I think it was made in the 40s, Freaks.
30s.
Was it even that long?
It was 30s.
Even worse, even crazier.
Yeah, I don't know the exact year, but I think
disturbing
early 30s.
That they featured some people that had actual, maladies.
People that actually had like a physical deformity, or maybe they were little people, amputees.
Yeah, people that had like limbs that weren't fully formed.
And they were part of like a circus show, like a freak show.
Yeah, but
hence the name Freaks.
The One of Us scene and then the ending is like, ugh.
So they were pretty much. It was great that they had an acting job, but in the story in the movie is pretty much they're being like taken advantage of, and they get their revenge.
And what's interesting too is like you can make all the movies you want nowadays and ever, but there are some movies that stand the test of time. Freaks is one of them.
Yeah, that's a cool movie. If you've never seen
that movie, do yourself a favor.
I'm sure it's probably on YouTube.
It's
or
everywhere.
Something.
You can get it. It's not obscure, but it's good.
And I believe it's in the public domain.
Yeah, how many people like black and white movies? That's another topic we haven't talked about.
Black and white movies?
Yeah, like
there's so many of them.
But even if they were made now, do people have like a turn off to black and white format, or are they like it has to be in color and in HD, or I don't care?
Wasn't there a silent film that came out maybe?
The actor.
The artist.
The artist.
Yeah, and that won some awards.
I think
that one actually did really good.
It was not only black and white, but it was silent.
It was a silent black and white modern film.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I think people could still release black and white movies. There's a certain charm to that too. What's that, Grum?
Why they blocked Albert for saying black and white movies, but that's stupid.
Oh, that's weird.
Well,
yeah,
maybe because we're black.
We're just talking about classic film.
Yeah. You know what? Black and white. I mean, maybe it's where you grew up and where if you didn't know, but.
Oops.
Finally, you hit that. The stock went up. Okay.
Another. I'll wait because we're still talking about the black and white movies.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say another terrible movie that I enjoyed watching. Troll 2.
Oh my gosh.
Troll 2.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And the boy peeing on the table when they're having dinner, he's trying to stop them from like eating that green goo, so they don't like end up dying and turning into troll food pretty much. That movie, like I think it was an Italian film that was badly translated or badly dubbed, and the acting and the voice it's so bad that it's funny. And lots of people have reviewed that movie. I think Dino even reviewed that movie.
Now go loves troll movies.
No, of course.
Yeah, you were watching some documentary today on that, right?
Well, I was watching the Cinemassacre review of Troll 2, and we've watched that together after having a few beverages.
You need them.
And we were just laughing our butts off at the whole thing.
And it reminded me what the whole premise of that movie was that these... I gotta laugh before I say it. These trolls were vegetarians, and in order for them to eat you, they had to force you or trick you into eating some kind of a food,
some type of green
thing
goo
that would turn you into gelatin so they can eat you.
Yeah.
Good
It
Lord.
like turns, I guess, into plant mush,
What's
so
that?
then they
Yeah,
can
you would
eat
turn
you
those
because I
green-
guess they only eat plants.
Oh, gee, well,
It's really weird.
what?
Yeah.
Who was smoking? I mean, that movie had a lot to do with pot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what kind of pot were they smoking back then? I mean, wow. Craziness.
Oh my. But yeah, that's definitely up there as one of the really...
Chopping Mall. Hey, Chopping Mall is a good move. That could happen now with a Roomba. Someone gave a Roomba a knife, and then there it goes. Yeah, Exorcist 2 was horrible. Nothing like the first one. The original Exorcist movie, not the remake, with the Josh Brolin Thanos. I'm sure that was okay, but the original one,
Yeah,
with,
that original one is
Linda Blair
is still amazing.
It's so good. The sequel to that was kind of goofy, very Hollywood. They forced everything. None of that ever happened.
Now we did watch maybe 3 weeks back. What was it? The Exorcist of Emily Rose. It was a newer.
Yeah, the Exorcism.
The Exorcism of
Emily Rose.
Yeah. And that one was. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like as awesome as the first Exorcist, but it was still interesting.
Yeah. Why did Dick Miller come up?
I don't know. I guess they're talking about him.
We could show Dick.
He shows up in a lot of Roger Corman.
Dick Miller is the man. Yeah. Man, he was the guy. He showed up in everything. The Stuff was a great movie. Exorcist.
The Stuff, nice.
Yeah, no, you didn't need a sequel to Exorcist. No way. Sleepaway Camp is great.
Oh,
sorry.
That's a good movie. I wouldn't put that as a bad movie.
It's so wacky. It's like a goof. It's like a Mad Magazine version of all the slasher movies that were coming out back then, with that crazy Reefer Madness, with that crazy ending and stuff like that.
Yeah, Reefer Madness, that's another old black and white movie that I believe that one's
30s.
from the 30s as well.
Oh, yeah.
And they came out with all these movies back in the 30s warning young people about the dangers of certain substances and things like that. And their exaggerations on how people behave when they're on certain things is really funny.
Well, the perception of what it can do to you. I mean,
yeah, they would.
Yeah. But nowadays it's like now it's prescribed to people.
Yeah, now it's medicinal.
You can buy CBD oil in in a video store or at your local 7-Eleven. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it turned around because they
would make all these videos to try to scare people.
It had more to do with, actually, believe it or not, it had more to do with the newspaper industry using hemp as a way, because hemp was a cheaper sort of paper substitute. It was, you got to read it. If you do some research, it's wacky why hemp and marijuana was actually vilified back in the day. But do some research. It's a different show.
Yeah, that's something you could look up on your own.
But it's crazy. It's not what you think. It has nothing to do with THC or getting high. It has everything to do with, believe it or not, the newspaper industry. It's crazy because hemp could be made, it could be used for lots of different things, not just getting high, but fabric, clothes, paper, crazy.
Right.
But anyway, they saved Hitler's brain. Weird movie. Not that.
I've
really
never seen that one.
It's bad. It's not even that fun.
It's not fun to watch.
What you could do if you really want to know what a bad movie is buy one of those DVD sets that they put out every now and then, with 50 to 100 public domain movies.
Good idea, Grimm.
And you will not believe the crap on there.
And with Halloween coming up, a lot of the stores, I know, the Walmarts, the Targets, they would, in their cheap movie bins, you'll find those box sets of those really crappy horror films from back in the day.
So someone mentioned the movie Chud. Now,
I wouldn't label
cannibalistic
that as
human underground dwellers, right? It's an acronym.
I wouldn't label that as a bad movie.
I have both of them on VHS. I have not seen those movies forever, but we should probably pop them in and watch them, right? Because I don't remember them that well. That's the kind of movie that I would see the poster for and go, I gotta see this. It sounds so awesome.
I think I watched the first one, but the sequels and everything I wanna rewatch.
But there's no way.
Yeah.
Oh, Robo Vampire. That sounds.
Robo Vampire.
Noako said that. Yeah. What do we have? We have that. What do we have? What's the movie that?
Well, I thought of Robot Monster.
No, what's the one we got sent?
Oh, that wasn't that one.
What's it called?
It
Robo
was,
something.
Something Big Japan.
Okay.
It was Big Man Japan.
Oh, Big Man Japan.
That's something that Connie Cleary sent us.
We got a movie in the mail from a fan.
Yes.
Connie Cleary. I've never heard of this movie. Big Man Japan.
Big
Anybody
Man
hear
Japan.
this?
It's like a kaiju, I guess, comedy.
Gonna
maybe?
watch it tomorrow.
So yeah, we're gonna watch that tomorrow.
Naoko's a Chud fan. There you go. So there you
Cool.
go. That's all you need to know. So
She likes all the good movies.
We'll probably pop Chud in this weekend sometime and watch it. I'm dying to catch up with some bad movies.
So, let's see.
So yeah, so this is okay. So this is a more modern movie, American Psycho. John Wise is talking about.
American Psycho.
Do you remember that? It's Christian Bale.
I don't think I saw that movie.
This movie is okay. So
yeah, I never saw it.
It's very strange, and I need to see it again because I
is it
agree
bad
with Johnny.
or is it actually good?
I think it's a psycho. I don't want to give anything away, but supposedly all the stuff that you see didn't happen. I don't know. I got to see it again. I mean, it's really weird. I think
interesting.
Supposedly, I mean, maybe to help you, if you watch it, if you know going in that everything you're seeing never happened, it's in this guy's mind, then it makes sense. But you don't know that when you're watching it. That's all I could say. But I got to see it again to understand it. I don't know.
So it's like a messes with your head type of movie.
Yes and no. I wasn't that impressed. I thought, what the hell am I watching? Anyway.
Well, I didn't like Interstellar.
Naoko says Big Man Japan is interesting, so we definitely have to check it out.
Cool.
It's a parade of kaiju movies. Oh, we gotta watch that.
Yay! Yeah, we'll watch it tomorrow. Nice.
Wow. Yeah, so a good topic for tonight. I mean, people are just lighting up.
People love talking about crappy movies. So thank you guys. This is great.
Oh, someone mentioned a movie. It's not a horror movie, but it's a black and white movie Steve Martin did. Not that. And we could talk about some black and white movies that we like that are more current. But Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. So what
never saw that
So what
one.
Steve Martin did back in the, I think it was like in the late 70s, at least early 80s. What he did was he took a bunch of old film noir movies and he cut them up and he edited himself interacting with some of these people.
Oh.
So it's all black and white.
That sounds neat.
It's really a cool movie. So you get to see, I think Humphrey Bogart's in it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, there goes your mouse.
And some other, Peter Lorre, all the people from, but he would take some classic old black and white movies, like detective movies, film noir stuff, and he created a movie out of that. He injected himself in it, in black and white, of course, interacting with these guys.
That's an interesting idea.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Now,
something different.
They're not bad movies, but some black and white movies.
But like the whodunit, the noir stuff.
But some of our newer favorite ones that are definitely, I mean, as black and white as you can get are the Frank Miller Sin City movies.
So I think we've talked about, a while back ago we
it.
may have mentioned it. The Sin City movie.
The first one, for sure.
The first,
is great.
well, they're both, I think, amazing.
I love the second one.
They are my favorite comic book
They're
movies.
so much fun to watch.
Because it is like panel for panel, like it's exactly like the graphic novel.
And
it's just done so beautifully.
They didn't go, well, we have to film this in HD and in color. They said, Frank Miller, he's a master. These books sold millions because he does what he does. Let's just film them for panel in black and white with a splash of color.
It was already storyboarded.
It's done.
I mean, really, if you think about it, all these comic books have already been storyboarded.
Comic books are movie scripts.
All they have to do is film it.
Yeah, and some of the smart film people just do exactly that.
Yeah.
And you can see
just keep it true to the books.
If you pick up a graphic novel, a Sin City, the first one, and look at the graphic novel as you watch the movie, it's like you're watching a storyboard of the movie. It's great. And same thing with A Dame to Kill For. Great stuff. But
yeah, I liked both of those a lot.
Yeah, those are extreme, but they're good.
Okay, so we got Night Guys Falling Asleep.
Oh, sorry, Lately Horror.
Thank you,
sorry,
Lately
Dino.
Horror Show. Thank you, Dino.
Good night, good fright.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm wanting to fall asleep soon, too.
Not me. I'm ready for some bad movies tonight.
All right. Well, good night, Grim.
The first Hulk movie, that was not good, Chris. I agree.
The 2003 Incredible Hulk movie is unwatchable.
That was by a really famous director, and it didn't really. Queen Kong is actually a good movie. It's not black,
Is that a girl King Kong?
Yes,
I never saw it.
It is hilarious. It's a total parody of you would like it because it's so like it was made I think in the late 70s, but it has everything to do with women being more dominant in society. And the guy, she had a guy, a Fay Ray guy, he would.
Oh, so she captured a guy,
and he was very helpless to her. Like
that's funny.
They made fun of that whole thing, like, oh, I'm so helpless. I'm a woman or I'm a man. because you're so much bigger than me. They made fun of that whole
that's great.
bad stereotype of a woman being helpless. But they reverse it with, you got to see it. If you understand
that's another topic that I think
movie.
would be interesting, maybe for next week.
Oh.
I want to talk, well, I might, I don't know, well, maybe it might be too controversial, but stereotypes in these old movies.
Oh my God! Oh, I mean, up until like probably 10 years ago,
up until
there's been so many.
There's been
bad,
so many, even in some modern movies.
You know, I can do that because I'm a guy and you're a woman. It's really bad.
So many of that, so much of that crap.
Oh yeah, but see, someone someone said, oh, Ginger Snaps. That's not a bad movie. The first one's great. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm. I've heard of it.
That's a Canadian. Those are Canadian movies, right? They're Canadian movies about young like teenage girl werewolves. They're werewolves.
Oh.
And they're
see, I thought they were selling Girl Scout cookies or something.
A little bit, you know, what I'm talking about. You know, they're into each other, but they're younger and they're teens. It's like before Twilight.
Oh, okay. So it's like a teenage horror drama thing.
In my opinion, I saw the first couple. I think way better than Twilight. Whatever Twilight did, would try to do with teen or tweens. Way better.
Risque for CW, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know nowadays, but. Someone did mention something else with Frankenstein versus Dracula. I love that movie. It's horrible, but I love it.
That is a very terrible movie. It is very terrible.
But it's so good in so many ways.
It's tough for me to watch.
That music,
the monsters look so stupid.
The big baked pie face
there's
Frankenstein.
Like no story. It's just kind of thrown together.
The Sacha Baron Cohen Dracula guy. I love it.
Yeah, it's really weird.
The Borat Dracula, so good.
Borat Dracula.
So good. Before Borat, there was that guy.
Oh gosh, yeah, he does kind of look like Borat.
He's still alive. That actor's still alive.
Is he really?
Yep, he's still going. And that Dracula ring is to kill for. Yeah, Naoko likes Ginger Snaps. The first couple of movies definitely really good, from what I remember.
Cool.
Wolf Cop. I think that's
Yeah, I don't know that one.
A cop that turns into a wolf. Albert. Oh, he's don't piss off the redhead. I think that's from Ginger Snaps. Yeah, that's a good movie. If you never see, we gotta get Ginger Snaps if you never saw that. So yeah, so bad movies. You know, I think you wouldn't have us. You wouldn't have a lot of horror hosts if it weren't for bad movies, right? I mean, it comes down to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's true too.
The bad movie. I mean, horror hosting was invented basically to kind of make these bad movies palatable.
To make them more watchable.
Yeah, because they were so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it all started really with Vampira and Zachary.
Yep.
Mid-50s.
Jack Frost, Velociraptor. Someone said Sharknado. Sharknado was a stroke of genius.
Oh, Sharknado is...
The first movie, at least, was a total stroke of genius.
The first one. I didn't see the sequels. I think they're on, like, what, Sharknado 20 now?
Yeah, it's ridiculous now. But the first one made a statement.
Yeah. It was so silly. Witch did. So just out there.
Yeah. They go, look, this is going to be the Mad Magazine of movies. We're not trying to make anything serious.
Right.
But even before that, there were some crazy movies out, like, I think, Pegasus versus Chimera. Well, there were some weird...
For a long time...
Sci-Fi Channel, right?
Sci-Fi Channel used to put out all these really...
ridiculous...
All these really crappy, like, Killer Croc versus... Mega something, Mega Shark.
Yeah, right.
Like these random, made up weird monsters, and it was all like really bad CG.
And I think Jaleel
really bad
White,
effects.
Urkel starred in one of those.
That wouldn't surprise me.
He did. It was interesting. Yeah, but this is before Sharknado, right? I totally saw that.
I do like that actor. I'm a huge Steve Urkel fan.
And somehow Sharknado figured out, well, okay, let's just take it from creatures that could be in the sea evolving to, a natural disaster meets. A shark or something. They totally figured out how to really blow it up, technically out of the water.
Yeah.
And that's where Sharknado was born.
Really out there.
At least the first one was and then it got to be contrived after that one. They milked it to death, but the first one was a little bit of a genius thing.
Well, let's read some comments and then let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Because,
yeah, and before that, though, you know what?
I want to take off these heels and relax.
Take them off in front of everybody. So Tony says prior to the flying fish, that's right, they did it before Sharknado. There was the flying piranhas. That's right, Piranha 2.
Maybe that's what inspired them.
Boogaloo, that's right. Yeah. Crazy. Shark versus octopus. Yeah, they did all these but it wasn't this weird cross disaster thing where they said, let's take a volcano. But I think there's a dragon volcano movie. There's all kinds of goofy ones now.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
But they're nothing like Sharknado. That was the first.
Sharknado's just made on purpose
it wasn't that bad.
To be goofy. Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
It wasn't
done like
very tongue in cheek.
It wasn't done seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Bunyan was awful. Wow. The Giant Claw, boy, classic. Frogs.
Frogs. That movie's bad.
It's a different pace, but
that's a bad one.
Like Squirm,
Yeah.
There's so much stuff. People are coming out of the woodwork. Oh, they're great.
Yeah, lots of great suggestions and comments, guys. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, and we love that you're so into this genre as we are, and you understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're all good company. It's so great.
Yay!
Woohoo! Yeah. So this is it for what, episode 20?
Episode 31.
31.
This is episode 31 of our after party live show. If you like the video, if you like talking with us, hit the like button. Hit subscribe.
Tony says you're getting tired.
I am getting tired. Tony's pointing that out.
I'm just getting going, baby.
Usually, by this time, I'm starting to run out of steam.
Yeah. Well, but we all love you joining us tonight, and we love hanging out with you all. And we're gonna do it again next week. Now, if you didn't see, we did kind of change our setup a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're a little closer here on the couch now. But if you see us on Facebook, I'm sitting in the back here on a stool. I'm on my own stool.
And then I'm laying
and
up
you
here.
Are like this.
Like that.
Yeah, she's pretty much,
Yeah.
All right, just don't. Yeah, very good. So you gotta check out Facebook to see all this action. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And can we stay like this rest of the night?
For a minute.
Okay, at least for a minute.
Yeah.
But thank you all so much for joining us tonight on the Mummy and the Monkey's
Hairy Scary Hangover.
And we'll see you next Friday on Facebook for our 99th episode. Just one episode away from our 100th episode of the Hairy Scary Hangout.
Episode 99
of the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. But until then,
oh my God,
we'll see you next time right here. Same Mummy Monkey time, same Mummy Monkey station.
Good night, good fright.
See you later, alligators.
Bye, guys. Click that big red shiny button over there.
I'm trying.
And the stream.
I'm trying.
And the stream.